Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, I told you I was going to elaborate a little bit more on this video about Manny Pacquiao, man. How he never unified a title, how he wasn't a real 8 division champion, and they said he officially not retired. But the people want to say he greater than Floyd Mayweather, he best boxer of all time. Let's go ahead and debunk that right now. There's no disrespect to Pacquiao. We just talking facts. But I say this: he did his resume. He got more names than Floyd that pop, but that is what it is. So let's take a look at it, man. And no disrespect. I just want to tell people the truth. We about the truth. We're trying to be as close to the truth as well. So hold on. Oh, you look, Pacquiao, his first title. So we're going to count the weight classes, right? So let's see. That's not a real title. So we had 110. All right? That's not a real title. So the WBC flyweight title, his first real title came at 100 and what? 12, 15 pounds. I don't know. Say 112 here. So it came at 112 pounds. So that's one title at 112, right? He went to 115. I think that's 2 different weight classes. He don't have a title. Then he went to 115. Well, he went back to 110 and a half, whatever this is. He still defending his WBC, still the same belt. Then he had a vacant WBC World Fly. You know, he lost. Okay, he lost that belt. Then he go to 122. That's what, like bantamweight or something like that. He win the WBC International Super Bantamweight. That's not a real belt. So he didn't win a belt at 22 International. International. He go to 120, back to bantamweight. You know, international WBO. He had a draw for the WBO. He had 122, the IBO. 21, he captures the IBF. So that's still one belt, and it's 120. Well, no, that's 2 belts. That's 112. So he championed in 2 weight classes so far. He got a featherweight, no belt. He got the IBF at featherweight. The IBF, that's still 122. So he had 20, still a super bantamweight. So he's still at 2 titles. He got a featherweight. He beat Barrera, no belt. He fought Marquez, had a draw for unification. He go to he back at, featherweight. He still at featherweight. This is the eliminator, no belt. He had, this is super featherweight, 130. So he lose a unification there. You know, he fought at 130 featherweight. He got the vacant WBC International belt. That's not a belt. International belt. That's not a belt. International belt is 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 not a belt. And he had the WBC at featherweight. So that's 3 weight classes. He fought David Diaz at 135 for the WBC. That's 4 weight classes. He jumped up, fight Oscar De La Hoya, didn't get a belt. He got 5 weight classes versus Ricky Hatton. Well, that's the IBO. That's not a real belt. Go to welterweight, versus Miguel Cotto. Never unified. It's a vacant WBC diamond belt. It's not a belt. World, or he got the WBO. That's a 5 weight classes. He won versus Marcus. So he's actually a 6 division world. It's either 5 or 6. I might have got it mixed up, but he never. Every time he unified a belt, he lost. And this not to make fun about him. It's just to tell the truth. It's just to tell the truth about him that he never unified a belt. And he like a 6 or 5 division world weight class champion. The IBO, AIBA belt, those are not real belts. You talk about all these fake belts like Triple G. They said Triple G had like the most. They said he had about to break Bernard Hopkins' title defense record. That's not true. The regular WBA don't count, so you can't count those belts. So I mean, that's just where we at with them. They telling lies about belts and stuff of that nature to prop his legend up. And my thing is this: it is what it is. He's a fantastic fighter. I don't think he need to be propped up no more. But lying about somebody's belts and lying about their accomplishment and telling fans that he 8 division champion when he was really like a 5 or 6 division champion, that's not cool. To me, that's not cool, man. We need to continue to tell the truth about boxing and protect the integrity about boxing. Being 5 or 6 is extraordinary. If this was a Black American fighter or a Dominican or a Cuban fighter, they'd be telling the truth. How can you be greater than Floyd Mayweather and you never unify the title? We can look at Floyd. Maybe Floyd never unified. Maybe I'm drunk. I'm tripping. But Floyd unified with him. WBC, the real WBA, WBO. He unified right there. He unified with Marcos Madonas, the WBC. No, that's a fake WBC. My bad. World Boxing. I don't know. He unified them. Whatever one of them belts you want to pick. WBC, WBA. He's unified in his career. Say what you want to say about Floyd. He's unified in his career. He's unified belts right here. IBO. Well, that's not a belt. IBA. Okay, that's not a belt. International Boxing. Nope. But WBC. I got to keep it real. He didn't unify that one. International IBF and nope. That's not. That's not a real belt. I know Floyd held the IBO. I remember seeing it with him. My bad. But let's see, WBC featherweight title. No, he didn't unify. But he unified with Pacquiao. He unified a couple times. So, I mean, for him to be so great and being the multiple belt era, and I ain't no huge Flan Slappy. But he unified versus Canelo, WBC and WBA super belt. So he's unified a few times. For him to say the best, I felt that he should have unified a division. But most people, you don't have to really unify a division when most people see you as the best in the division. There's no urge to show Floyd is the best. I think Floyd was best at 130. I think at one point he was the greatest 40-pounder, 47, 35-pounder. So, he's a great fighter. I guess unifications don't show how great a fighter that you are. But he unified with Berto. Well, he had two belts coming to the Berto fight. So, I mean, like I said before, Manny Pacquiao is a tremendous talent. Floyd's a tremendous talent, but you would think in the 4-belt era, plus the lineal don't really count no more because Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy own it. You would think that they would have more unification bouts, but as you get older, you get less hungry. You think Pacquiao would have unified a division by now, and he hasn't. You think Floyd had more unifications, but if Floyd got more unification, you got to remember politics was always be a part of boxing. Don't let nobody tell you that politics ain't never been a part of boxing. But it's always been politics. It's always been a political sport. It's always been built on race and color and whatever beliefs and where you come from. If Canelo looked like Marcos Barrera, would he be popular like he is? Probably not. Most people don't know how, he look Irish, but some people, most people don't know it's Mexicans that look blacker than him. I mean, well, Burchett. But it doesn't take away from Manny Pacquiao's greatness as a fighter, man. But a little bit do. But how can you say we do. But how can you say he's the greatest fighter of all time and never unified? Every unification bout he lost. How do you say, he's an 8 division champion? He's like really a 5 or 6 division champion. So, like I said before, man, they can tell lies. It seems like they kind of tell the truth about the blacks and the Cubans and the Dominicans, but they kind of bend the truth and tell lies. They ain't bend the truth, tell lies about the other. Like I said before, boxing's main objective is to take away the black man as the most dominant figure in boxing. That's the main objective. To find somebody more dominant than Ali, Joe Louis, Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Floyd Mayweather. Keep going on and on and on. Julian Jackson. We dominate up and down the scales, from Too Sharp all the way up to Muhammad Ali, to Roy Jones. That's the objective, is to knock us off our pivot. They're going to tell the truth about Roy Jones. They're going to say this, that, and the third. They're going to tell the truth about Floyd Mayweather. They're not going to bend the lie for Bernard Hopkins. They're going to bend the lie for, I watch these damn dogs. I thought I had here right there. But yeah, I tell the truth. They tell the absolute truth about us. But they tell a direct lie and call it bending the truth about Manny Pacquiao. How can he be better than Roy Jones? He never unified. You know what I'm saying? Roy unified divisions. How could he truly be better than Crawford resume if he able to get Spence and maybe Charlo or whatever? But just Spence. Crawford took every belt in the most political era in boxing, or most known political era in boxing, and he unified a whole division. That's my thing. They trying to diminish what Crawford did, but Pacquiao never did that. Putting 2 belts together, unifying a division. Come on. Earl Spence did, unifying the welterweight division. Pacquiao never did that. Not saying they're greater than Pacquiao from skill for skill, but the pageantry and the accolades, they unified divisions. They moved up and had real belts, not 5 or 6 times, but they did. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. All my social media subscription. Twitter's the fastest way. Facebook and Instagram, Facebook group. If you want to, reach out. You want to advertise your channel, video request, chop it up. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. You just tell the truth. And I didn't even know this until the other day. I heard people say, well, Pacquiao really ain't this, that, and the third. So I actually looked the other day when talking about he might retire, even though they say officially not retire. And I just looked and I was like, oh, it's absolutely true. Look for yourself. You don't believe me? Peace.